Hey, sixth graders, time for the fun portion. Time to take a few notes. In your math notebook, please write 5.3 rates on your next blank page. Today we're going to talk about rates, we're going to talk about unit rates, we're going to talk about double number lines. So get ready for some action. So rate, basically what a rate is a ratio of two quantities that are in different units. For example, I talked about in my lecture part, ounces to candy, miles per gallon to paying to amount of money you spent for gas in your car, etc. So a rate example would just be, some of you have done some babysitting over time. Maybe you got $24 for 4 hours of babysitting. A unit rate, which is a little different, notice I capitalized, compares a quantity to 1 unit of another quantity. So a unit rate example would be $6 for 1 hour of babysitting, or it could be written $6 per hour. Double number lines may be brand new to you, so take a look at that one. This is an example of price per pound of hamburger if you were to go to the store. Notice that the dollars and the pounds both started at 0. That's not always the case, but in this case we don't spend any money if we don't buy any pounds of hamburger. In the babysitting case, we could start with 0 and 0 since we didn't babysit, but we could also start with 1 hour and $6. So you can see that you don't necessarily always have to start at 0, 0. And then notice across the top I have 0 and then $5, $10, 15, and 20. I skipped the ones in between because I didn't have enough room, to be honest with you. So in between 0 and $5, half of that would be $2.50. So any rate off of here that I can pull would be considered a rate. So one that you can see very easy is for 2 pounds of hamburger, I spend $5. I could jump all the way to the end and say if I want to buy 8 pounds, say I'm having a big family dinner, and I want to buy 8 pounds, I would spend $20. So any of these numbers along the way would be considered a rate. If I want to know what the unit rate is, I would go to 1 pound, and then I would substitute in the $2.50 for that pound. Thanks to one of my fine students, Mr. Danny Shinners, I now have a remote mouse, so I do not have to go up to the board. Ta-da! So down below, I want you to solve these two problems for tomorrow and then bring them in your math notebook. If I saved $28 in 4 weeks, what would my unit rate per week be? How much did I save per week? And the second one, if I had 880 calories in 8 servings of some lovely snack that I love to eat, what would my unit rate per serving be? Talk to you tomorrow, guys. Have a great night. Take those notes. Make sure you take them all. Have a great night.
Bye, Scott.
Oh, that was Molly saying bye. She's going to Florida.